I need to time that better. Anyways, hi everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for Karen for joining us on the panel. And of course, thank you for my wonderful producer, me.
You're welcome.
I do want to address something uber quickly before we start anything. And that is Jonathan Cooley, I know for a fact, is not Jeremiah. He is not Lana. He is none of the Frauditor people. He is just a subscriber who has helped me out with getting this interview. Please do not time people out tonight unless I say, hey, mods, you need to time out so-and-so. You know how we do it in here. First Amendment is very important. We are not a frauditor channel. We do not time people out and ban them just because they said hi or just because they came in and said, I don't like you. We're not them. We will not act like them. We will be better than them. Everybody, all my mods are aware of this, correct?
Correct.
Awesome. Like, I knew you guys would be, but I have to say it. So we have Karen with us. Now, you were just his ex-girlfriend, or were you ever married to him?
I was his ex.
Okay. And you do have 2 boys with him?
Yes.
And what are their ages again?
14 and 16.
Okay. And he has at one point admitted they're his, or does he just say they're not his to piss you off?
He goes back and forth. He'll say that they're his, then he lies. He tells rumors that I've told everyone that I'm going around town telling everyone they're not his kids. I've never said that.
Oh wow. Yeah, most mothers wouldn't do that.
Exactly. I'm like, I know who I've slept with. I'm not a whore.
Right.
I know who my baby daddies are, and I have told him time and time again, we can go get a DNA test done. Tell me the
Hmm.
time and the date, and we'll be there. I've been telling
Right.
him this for years, and he will not do it.
Now, did he sign the birth certificates, or is his
Ye-
name on them at least?
Yes, he
Okay.
signed the.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, I can't really get out of that one when she signed those birth certificates.
Yeah, because I had tried to call child support to see if we could do a DNA test, and she said they
Hmm.
said since he had signed the birth tickets that they wouldn't do it, that we would have to go
Right.
outsource it and get it done. So
Right.
that's what
It then has to
we've
come
been,
out of your pocket.
yeah, and
Uh-oh.
that's what we've been trying to do. Even my kids have asked him, let's go get a DNA test done because they're tired of hearing him
Right.
say that I'm not your father, and
Right.
he still won't do it. So
Now, do they have anything to do with him?
no, no.
Has he tried to have anything to do with them? Or
He's tried. I think it was last year. Um, my son had surgery, and they was outside playing football. I was
hmm.
sitting watching because I don't trust him. And my brother happened to walk by. My brother does not like him because he knew what I went through with him. And my
Hmm.
brother said, "What are you looking at, MFer?" Well, Jerry comes running up on the porch and telling Sam, "Get your stuff, let's go, let's go." And I'm like, "Wait, what's going on?" And so he runs to his car, and he's
Hmm.
he's going through the driver's side, reaching under the passenger seat. And I'm like,
Oh,
he's
wow.
reaching for a gun because I know he keeps a gun. And I
Right.
was like, I warned him. I said, before I even start this, if there's any kind of drama, that that's it. You'll be
Hmm.
kicked out of their lives again because we don't do drama here. And I let them go on and visit. And when they left, I told them, "You're not allowed over here. I know that was a gun you pulled out."
Hmm.
It didn't have to get that drastic. All I did was call my
Right.
brother. I called my brother and I said, "Look, everything is okay. If I need you, you're the first person that I will call." And he said, "Okay." And he just took it way too far. So,
Right. Um, now, when we spoke, you did say that there was some physical abuse with the kids when they were younger. Are you okay talking about that?
yeah, sure. Um, I had to work on a Saturday. Um, I had left him with Jerry and his mother, and he was about 8 months old. He was like crawling around on the floor age. I had come to pick him up, and they had a white sheet laying on the floor, and I looked down, and there's a pill. It's a Lortab.
Hmm.
And I was like, what the hell? I've done told you, don't put the Lortabs in your pocket. He could have easily put this in his mouth, and he could be
Right.
dead.
Yeah.
Well, his mother was holding Aiden, which was his first son,
Mhm.
and things were getting escalated. And I said, "Well, you know what? We're leaving." Well, when I said that, Jerry ran over and grabbed Aiden out of his mother's hands. And I was like, "Give me my baby." And I
Uh-huh.
kept on repeating myself, and he wouldn't give him to me. And I said, "I'm going to call the police. Give me my baby." And so he goes to extend his arms out. And when I go in to reach for him, he put the baby down to the ground. And when I go in to grab him, he pulled up on the baby real fast. So the baby's head hit my chin and knocked my head back.
Oh, God.
So I just grabbed onto him and took out the door, sit him in the seat, locked all the doors, so Jerry couldn't get in, and then I
Right.
buckled him up and I left. And his mother's calling me. He's on his way. He said he's gonna kill you. I'm so scared. I don't know what he's gonna do. He's following you. And
Oh,
so
wow.
um he knows not to come down my driveway. Um because we don't play.
Yeah.
I have brothers that live here. Um
Good.
so I knew that once I got home I would be safe.
Good.
So the second abuse was when my son was 6 weeks old. I had been breastfeeding him for 6 weeks. I was exhausted. I'd pumped some breast milk and I begged him, will you please just this one time get up with him? Because Jerry would stay up late.
Hmm.
And so me and the baby went to bed, and I felt Jerry get in bed. Well, it was like maybe 5 or 10 minutes later, the baby woke up. And Jerry wanted to act like he didn't want to get up with him. I'm like, hey, you said you would get up with him. I'm like, I need this sleep.
Hmm.
So he gets up with him, fixes the bottle. I mean, it wasn't even 5 minutes. I hear this god awful scream coming from the living room. So I automatically jump up and I run into the living room. And I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong with him? Like, give him to me.
Uh-huh.
And he gives me my baby. And I look at him, and he's got a bruise mark right here, one going up his nose, and the
Hmm.
skin that attaches right here,
Yeah.
your lip to your gum, was ripped and bleeding. And I was like, what did you do? And he said that the baby's head, he said, I was burping the baby, and his head, he raised his head up and he fell on my shoulder. I'm sorry. I've had four
That wouldn't
kids.
cause that.
Exactly. I've had four kids. They've always done that. Never in my life has that ever happened. So when I
Right.
put the bottle in his mouth, it lined up to the bruise marking on him.
Mm.
So
And
you think
that's
he
why
shoved
that,
the bottle in his mouth?
yes, yes,
Oh my god. And that
yes,
would have had to be with a lot of force.
exactly. And I mean, I had to hide him. I couldn't take him anywhere. And um, I think it was his mother. Me and his mother was outside because we smoked outside,
Mhm.
and our neighbor had come out, and I was like, "Oh crap!" And she saw the bruises, and she was like, "Where did that come from?" And I was like, "Well," I said, he just fell on his face while he was crawling." So
Right.
and I have messaged her, and I'm like, "Do you remember those bruises that you asked about on the baby's face?" And she was like, "Yeah." She said it was a long time ago, but yeah, I remember us. And I told her what happened. So yeah, I get mad at myself because I didn't call CPS on that. Um,
Yeah, but in the moment, I could understand that. You don't think of those things right then and there.
yeah. His father, he abuses his father that's disabled. Had
Oh, wow.
he had a metal rod going through his leg. He couldn't even bend it, and he would beat on his father all the time.
Oh, wow. So he likes, as we've noticed, picking on the very young or the very weak,
Yeah, yeah.
which we've seen him already do. Did he at any time in his life like abuse methamphetamine, or what kind of drugs do you know he was on?
I heard that he did. I can't tell you if for sure if he did. Um, I heard he got pretty far out there. With me, it was the lore tabs, Percocets, stuff like that. At first, I didn't know what was going on because I don't do drugs. Um, my son's alarm keeps on going off. I didn't know the symptoms.
Right.
He would he would he would have a seizure, and he told the first time he had a seizure, I'm like, oh my god, he's having a seizure. What's going on? And we had done call the ambulance and put him on his side, and when he come through it, he was like, I'm okay, I have seizures, call the
Mhm.
ambulance, tell them not to come. And I was like, okay, that's weird. um and then he had another one. We were in Kroger, and he fell down and gashed his head. Well, I
Mhm.
finally figured out that when he ran out of the Lortabs and Percocets, he would go and take gabapentin, and it wouldn't be just like one or two. He would take like 15 or 20,
Oh
and
my.
that's what would make him go into those seizures.
Right.
And he had to be hospitalized twice and incubated twice because of the overdose on the gabapentin. And I would have to find it on him. He would have it on
Mhm.
him. He wouldn't have it in his pants pockets, like where you put your hands at. He would wear
Right.
like the cargo pants where there's a pocket at the very bottom. They would be right there, and I would tell the doctors, wait a minute, let me search him and I'll show you what he's been taking. And they would count the pills out, and half of them would be gone.
Wow. And there's speculation that he or Samantha are abusing Suboxone. I don't know if you would know anything about that.
I I can say that when Jerry did, I mean, he did. He abused the Suboxones and the Lortabs. So with them getting people calling saying they're passed out in their car and at the park where they were asleep, I think that's what they're doing. They're taking too
Right.
much. And
Oh, absolutely.
that's how they're able to pass these drug tests, because yes, they are prescribed it, but they're not testing how much
Right.
is in their system.
Which is what they should be doing.
Right.
I have a couple questions that I starred here that somebody asked. Do you know if he's legally allowed to have a gun?
I don't think he has a felon on him.
Okay. That's what we were trying to figure out because, sorry, one night during a live stream, we heard Skylar say she was sitting right next to his gun. And he had just been talking about the Smith and Wesson gun that he has.
Right.
And then she says something along the lines of, "Is it this one that I'm sitting next to," or something like that. So that's why we were asking.
Yeah.
Um,
I I
it,
I
it's
don't think he
scary.
I don't think he has a felon on him.
Okay. Let's see. Some other people may know more about that than I do. But uh, did you at any time report him or have him arrested for abuse on your children, or was it only those two times?
Yes, with the first one, with his oldest son, I did.
Okay.
I have the police report. I would have to find it. That he was arrested. Me like a dummy. His mom kept on calling me, and I went and bonded him out, and I dropped the charges.
We've all done. I did it to my first husband too. He used me as a punching bag. The police were constantly being called by neighbors, and I always said, no, he didn't do this. So, we do that. So someone just put in chat that Skylar is now talking in live stream about taking his gun and shooting people.
Oh
What's
goodness!
sad is he allows her to say these things in live
Right,
stream.
that's not good.
No, he has. Now he says that he's joking when he says this, but he offered. anybody $500 for Skylar in one live stream. And then in another live stream, he had stated people could have a 5-minute phone call with her for $300.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't understand how they have custody of this little girl
I
and how
don't
they keep
understand why people keep on
playing
sending them money.
CPS. That's a big thing right there. I mean, he's a liar. He's a pathological liar. And I think if
Yeah,
anybody, you would know that better than all of us.
yeah. He said on his channel, it was either today or yesterday, that he spent $500 per kid on his kids, um, and that he set them on my front porch and we threw them in the garage. That man has never bought my kids Christmas.
What?
He has never bought my kids Christmas. He's never bought them a birthday gift.
Uh,
He has one time. It was either last year or the year before. Took them out and spent $200 per kid to buy clothes.
wow. When other than last year when he saw the kids, when was like the last time he had asked to see them or had he seen them?
Well, I haven't blocked on all social media.
Uh-huh.
My kids have him blocked, because they don't want to put up with the bull crap, and I don't want
Right,
to put up with it. Um, they hear what he says about me that's all lies, on his YouTube, and
right,
it gets them upset, and it just makes them push even further away from him.
right. Um, okay, we seem to have one of his best buddies and moderators in here. I'm going to ask my mods not to time her out or block her unless she crosses a line. From what I've seen, she's here to listen and that's it, which means she's reporting back to Jerry, which is totally fine. I mean, he hates it when anybody says the truth about him.
Right.
Um, yeah, he claims that he's doing all these lawsuits on everybody who says anything about him, and it's just insane the stuff that comes out of his mouth.
Oh, well, he supposedly signed over rights to my kids. And
Oh wow,
I'm like, legally, he said he went to the child support office and done that. And I'm like, you can't do that at a child support office. And plus, I would have to
right.
be married and my husband would have to agree to adopt the kids.
Well, you would have to be there too, wouldn't you,
Yeah.
for him to sign over the rights? I would
Yeah.
have to look that
Like,
up. That's
yeah. So
interesting.
that's another lie. I called child support myself and told them. He said he's signing over his rights, and they said there's an absolutely no way that he can do that. The only way is if I get married and my husband says, I want to adopt your kids.
Right. That's what I thought.
So that's another lie.
Wow. Talking to my chat again. Yeah, I agree with Dick Bag. We don't quite trust you, the true patriot. I mean, you have come in here and defended the actions of Jerry and everything he does with his daughter. You scammed and manipulated one of our good friends, Only Frauds, out of $250.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I know that Karen's phone is messed up. That's probably what it is. It seems to be going in and out. So as long as it's not like consistent, and I haven't seen anybody say anything about it, so I think we're okay.
I
I
think I
guess.
fixed it. My son's alarm keeps on going off.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Chat, if you have any questions that are not like vulgar, like how big he is down there, we're not going to ask that because we don't really want to know. Um, ask the questions and I will, or put them in the chat, and I'm more than happy to ask her the questions.
hey, Reaper, were you sending me some?
Oh, yes.
screenshots?
Do me a favor, text me on Messenger so that it pops up for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess the True Patriot has parted ways with Jerry and his channel. That's interesting. Okay. Let me go ahead and.
I don't know if you saw it, but Cyber
I got
Bri gifted 10.
Oh wow, no, I never see it when that happens.
Okay. He
Who did
gifted
it?
10 memberships. Cyber Bri.
Oh, thank you so much for gifting 10 memberships. That was awesome of you. I'm sorry I don't see it when those come through. I did see a super chat from Spread Eagle. Right now, I'm not reading them, but I saw it. Thank you so much for your $2.99 super chat.
And Texas just gifted 5 memberships.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Texas. All right, I got to pull these.
Did you get did Messenger pop up?
Okay. Yeah, I'm pulling them really quick. I forgot to save them. 1 second. Oh, wait. Yeah, they're in my email.
And Greg just did a $5 super chat.
Greg did?
And Cyber Bri just did another 10 memberships.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, guys. Can you read the super chat really quick?
It didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Okay, here they are. Thank you so much for your super chat.
And I just want to make this clear because his wife thinks that I want the husband. I do not want your husband. That I could do better. I could do better with a homeless man. I could go get me a homeless man, clean him up, get what he needs, and get him a job. Like,
you're right. You're 100% right on that.
I don't know why she has been saying this for years, and I'm like, and then they propositioned me for a threesome.
Yeah, we're
on Instagram.
I'm fixing to send my producer those the chat logs that you sent me so that we can show them and read them off.
I'm like,
okay, you should get them now. Yeah, they're coming through slowly, but they're coming through.
Okay.
Now, supposedly they was hacked. Okay, if they was hacked, how would they know my ex-boyfriend's name?
Mm-hmm.
How would they know that we tried? Well, in 2017, I'd met up with Jerry again to try and set a relationship up with my kids. How would they know that?
Right. Well, also, if you look at the writing style, the spelling mistakes, the grammatical errors, the no punctuation on the beginning, and then where Samantha's like, "We were hacked," it's all the same.
Exactly.
The hacker's not going to learn how you text just so they can hack you and make these text stuff. No.
Exactly. So for them to say that they never send out nudes, they're a lie.
Well, there's a thing going around that he sent those nudes to a 9-year-old boy.
Yeah,
but
I heard about that.
Supposedly it was hacked and sent to a 9-year-old boy.
I don't believe that.
That it was hacked, or that he sent them to a 9-year-old boy?
I believe that he sent them to a 9-year-old boy.
Has he ever done something like that before?
Not to my knowledge, but when they get messed up as much as they do, I think they was messed up when they sent me that. So They could have been messed up and done it.
Yeah. Well, she didn't sound like she was in her right state of mind writing all that stuff.
Right. I was thinking the same thing when I was reading it because I've talked to Sam. Like, Sam's a good person. She when when my son went out when he had surgery, she
Hmm.
went and got the gift basket and filled it up with a bunch of treats and got him canned cokes and um like I've never had anything against her.
Right.
Uh and she's very sweet. I honestly I helped her out once. I gave her $120 when Jerry got put in jail just
Oh,
so
wow.
her and could stay in the hotel.
Wow.
And then she turns around and dogs me. And I'm like, why are you dogging me? I've never had anything against you. Now, at first, I was drawing the line with them was I didn't want both of them just thrown at my kids. Okay. I've been through this once where the partner always tries to come in and my son did not get to spend that quality time that he needed with his father.
Right.
So tell him she can't be here. I'm gonna be here. I've met up with at his mother's house. I'm like, you can play with the kids. But I'm going to be here. I don't want Sam here. I want them to have your undivided attention. And she called him the whole time that my kids was visiting. So the
Uh-huh.
second time I come over, I said, no phone at
Right.
all.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
um,
that's just rude.
exactly. And, I'm like, that's a lot for a kid to take in two people that you don't even know and they're already emotionally um messed up about the whole situation and I'm not about to do that to my kids. So
Right.
um but no, I don't want your husband and she can talk all she wants about me, say whatever she wants about me, but I have no ill will against her. Jerry, he can kiss my ass. He tells
I
nothing
mean,
but lies on me. So
he sent. I've seen earlier pictures of her, of Samantha, and at once she was very pretty, and now I mean, she's such a train wreck, and you can tell that it's not old age that's getting her. It's some kind. I mean, it's drug abuse. You can
yeah,
clearly see
I
it.
yes, I went to school with her. We was in the same grade together. We went to counseling together,
That's right. You told me about that.
and when they come over the first time, I had saw all the sores on her and I was like, what in the hell? Like they were everywhere. I felt bad. I'm like, is
Wow.
what is this? Supposedly some kind of cystic something, but I'm like,
Right.
you didn't have this in school, you know.
Right.
Uh I've seen Facebook pictures where she didn't have it. Now
Right.
all of a sudden you have it, and now your whole bottom teeth of your mouth is rotted out.
Oh. And so it's
So,
sad when people start doing the drugs and then they become addicted, and they are enablers for each other
yes,
and using their 5-year old daughter to get money. Because if they don't use her, nobody gives them anything. So then they
right,
throw her on the live stream where she's asking for money, or Samantha waking her up at 2 in the morning, causing her to cry while she's going, see, you're taking her mother away from her for 6 months if I go to jail because I can't get to probation. How is that anybody's problem but your own?
right. It's like these people that are giving them money are enabling them to get back on their feet.
Right. I don't think they have any ambitions to get on their feet. I think they've realized that begging for money and the fact that people are just handing it over is a lot easier than getting a job, getting a home.
Yeah. Now
It's just it's too easy.
Sam will work. Now since her car's broke down or whatever,
Hmm.
of transportation, but Sam has always worked in that relationship. Always
Wow.
has held a job, took care of him. That's what happened with me. Jerry twice had a job, um, kept it, both of them less than a month, got fired because he told them that his mother was sick and in the hospital, and it was a lie.
Oh yeah, he
So,
just pulled that one for money. I think 2 days ago, and one of my subscribers called the hospital, and she's not in the hospital.
yeah. And see, also, his mother has a hospital bed and she's on oxygen. So they can
Oh
easily,
wow,
take pictures
a
and make it
photo,
look
right?
like
Oh
she's
my
in the
god.
hospital.
Oh man.
I'm trying to put these in order, trying to figure out what order
Oh okay. I'm
these
sorry
are
you
in.
have to read those.
No, they just didn't come through in the right order.
Oh okay. No, like with
So you may have
when you were
to
first, huh?
tell me that this isn't the right one whenever I go. That I need to go to another because there's
Oh,
some
okay,
with the
okay.
same timestamp
Oh yeah, there
and
were a couple doubles in there that I didn't mean to put in there.
mm,
And Jerry was also trained at a very young age. His sister in law pulled me to the
Mhm.
side and told me this at a very young age to beg for money. His grandmother was in the hospital, and they would go up there and they would lie and say that the grandmother was on her deathbed and her only wish was to have a moon pie and a Coca-Cola. So they would go around the parking lot telling these people, and they would get money like that. And then they would go around to Coke machines and then say the Coke machine took my money. And then they would go up to the people and tell them that, and then they would get money from that. So he's been trained as a very young age to
Mhm.
do these things.
Wow. Yeah, I was gonna ask you, did you know anything about his childhood that could have made him the way he is? And that makes sense.
um the deal about him saying that he's so smart he skipped 2 grades, no, that's not
No,
true.
we know that's not true.
When he was younger, he had kidney issues. There's only a certain percentage of his kidney functioning.
Hmm.
um, the doctors couldn't figure out, but he didn't go to school a lot due to it. And they just went on and skipped him on because they didn't want a 20-year-old graduating.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I know schools have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew that wasn't true. I mean, yeah, he doesn't have much intelligence, let alone education. There's no way
Oh,
that they would have
and
just skipped him ahead because he's smart.
then there's the time he set up a GoFundMe saying he was a preacher.
okay.
He raised like over $6,000 saying that he was going to lease a building and put the homeless in there and feed them and take care of them
Uh, let himself?
with the donations that was sent. And
Wow.
that never happened. Yeah.
Oh, of course
Said
not.
he went online and got his preaching degree, and he was, doing all this preaching and this and that. And then I'm like, you're a preacher? Like, look how you act.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they're living in a U-Haul now, from what I've heard.
Yeah, I heard they supposedly slept in it last night.
Yeah, I don't
Mm.
know what that's all about, but
You had two
oops.
super chats. I'm
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
putting them up there. I've already told everybody that right now I'm not able to read them out, so I'm at least highlighting them.
You had a 4.99 from Cynthia.
Thank you, Cynthia. And $2 super chat from Jeff. Thank you. It's Friday. Did you match OF's donation? OF. Oh, only fraud's donation. It's Friday? I thought today was Thursday. It's Thursday.
Today's Thursday here. It's Thursday here. Okay, I got it. Oh, hang on a second.
Okay.
Cat wants in, but I got it ready for you.
All right, cool. Okay, so these are the screenshot text messages that Samantha had been sending Karen. Of course, when me comes back, she'll enlarge them so we can read them out.
Okay.
I do want to say one thing to the True Patriot is that you're in here tonight saying that you wish CPS would take Skylar away. But the other night when you were in here last week and I kept questioning you, you kept sticking up for them and saying, why take a child away from her family? Like, they don't do anything to have her taken away. But now you're in here tonight saying that you have split ways with him, and now you're pretty much mimicking everything that we said last week. I don't understand. We'll get to that after all of this, though, because I want to bring you up at some point and ask you some questions. Okay. So I'm not going to make me read these because,
Thank
wow.
you. Thank you.
If you can you enlarge it just a little bit more so I can see it, though?
Let's see.
If you can't, I think I can read it. Okay, that's good.
Okay, let me
Okay,
go
so
back.
Samantha messaged Karen and said, hey, I have a question. Look, I'll just go ahead and say it. Me and Jeremiah are going to have a threesome, and believe it or not, I suggested you because you are the mother of two of his kids, and I know he still wants to F you.
Hang on.
You're good.
Let's see which way to go.
Yeah, that's the right one.
Okay. Does it
I
need to be
just,
enlarged?
oh yeah.
How's that?
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Uh, he wants to F you again, and I would love to watch him F you while he F's me too. So if you're down with that, this is just sex, no strings attached. Me and Jeremiah are not divorcing, leaving each other. We're just bringing another woman in the bedroom for fun. And if you want to F him, that is perfectly fine as long as I am there. You can come right now. I got his heart throbbing in my hand right now. And well, right now I am being you, but he said he really wants you and me bent on the hood of the car. We're right here. You know where Jeremiah lived when y'all were together on Hillcrest. Said James, come on, Karen. There's a picture of his thing to remind you or to remind me, and I will make a bet with you. I bet. Everybody's puking in chat.
Mm, I don't think I got the rest of that one.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just go to the next one.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah,
Did
let's
that
not
one?
show that picture.
Did that one? Well, where'd it go?
We'll just go there. Just go to that one.
Here we go.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe I need it enlarged.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fine. Please come let him F you. I wanna watch him make you come again and again. I know it sounds kind of crazy that you know me, the wife is talking to you to come F my husband, but you know we're at a new stage in our 10-year marriage, so you know we've been doing it together. Why not? I mean, we all know you wanted to F for years, so I'm literally giving you permission to get what you want. The only thing is, I'm included, but you can come right now, and he's been here, or he's been to me over the hood of our car in a couple minutes. You're asked to be there too. Uh, yeah, okay. Uh, that way you know I'm not full of shit. I'm making this up or whatever you probably are thinking because I'm a chick. I know what you're thinking. I picked you. This is my suggestion. I mean, I've already talked about you for 10 years, but it was my suggestion to pick you. So thought, why not? You've been wanting it for years. Why not get you what you want? And he wanted to F you one more time. So going, so they're going to be put you on our list. I know she could be the personal Barbie, give me the toy that we play with all the time. I mean, you experienced with other men. And look, I know everything. There's nothing I don't. I know. Stick with me, guys. I mean, we've got to get this out.
I moved it up where you could read the rest of it.
Okay. Uh, where was I? Oh, okay.
Experimented.
So about experimenting with other men, and look, I know everything. There's nothing I don't know. So you know who he slept with since he's probably 15 to now, including you. So I mean, I know it all, and you know what it.
All right, let's see. Well, come on
It's
now.
Kick's fault. Thank you for the $2 super chat, Spread Eagle. I now need a safe space, new ears, and a new dinner. Absolutely. Okay, I have to move this so I can read these. And then Karen responds finally because she probably couldn't take it no more after all the vomiting she did reading all this crap. Uh, yeah, I just need. Uh, I've never wanted your piece of shit husband. I only date black men and have been ever since I've left him. Black men have always been my first choice. This is so sick and disgusting. Fuck off and leave me alone. So then Samantha says, listen, dumb bitch, account and phone was hacked. And my Facebook, everything. Trust me, he don't want your stinky ass. So I'm assuming that what you're talking about because, well, what else could you be talking about? And we know you're so perfect. That's why you were effing Troy months before Jeremiah ended it with your dumbass. Look at your profile picture. You look like a Dickerson Road whore. Like mother, like daughter, huh? Yes. I mean, how is she supposed to say that this was hacked when everything's written exactly the way it was before she said it was hacked? I know hackers are extremely intelligent people, so they would have never written like this. That's why in 2014 you wanted Jeremiah back, and again in 2017 he wanted Jeremiah back, and we all know recently we let him see his boys what that was about. So you could be the one it goes and F off and leave us the F alone. Don't ever come into our lives again. Jeremiah said you're dead to him. You do not exist in his mind, and neither does the boys that you literally took away from him. And after Jonathan telling Jeremiah he was going to stomp his ass, I'd like to see that one, and that's just effing insane for a kid to tell their dad that a lot of effing brainwashing you did to them. A lot. That's why he has nothing to do with them ever.
Mm,
Yeah, this is the last one, I think.
I think so too. Yeah, it is.
Uh, Going to beat my ass first. So you threaten me. Anything I said after that is self-defense. And go ahead. Jeremiah meets with his attorney tomorrow. I will show you him all your little texts so that way it's well documented, even down to the one Jeremiah still has, where you said to Jeremiah, if I buy the pills, will you kill yourself? Aiden and Jonathan would be better off without you. Trust me, bitch, he has every single conversation y'all ever had down to videos. Karen then responded, I think you might be hitting that crack pipe because you threatened me first in the damn messages.
Mm,
Oh my
okay.
god.
It was all of them.
Yeah, that was not a
Yeah,
hack.
that was all of them.
That was not hack. That was Samantha the whole time. I don't think she expected you to say no, and that's when she was like, huh? No, we were hacked.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. I think it's funny how he can sit there and claim that the boys aren't his, but right there she admits that they are his.
Right. One minute they're his, the next minute they're not.
Yeah. Only when
But
it's
won't do it again
convenient for
after he
him.
says, yeah,
I am so sorry you and your boys have had to go through this. And you've done the right thing keeping them away from it.
yeah. I'm like, you complain about me keeping the boys away, but you was on drugs. I told him, I
Right.
said, you should be thanking me that I done that and that you didn't put them through hell.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And he agreed. But I don't have those text messages. Those from that was years ago. So
Right. And they haven't called. When were those text messages?
that was August of 2002.
The ones we just read?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then the
Wow.
last time I heard from them, one of them must have gotten a new number because I had blocked both of them cell phones, which they've always been blocked on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere I can find them, I'll block them.
Right.
Was this past Halloween, I get a text. Their car had broke down, and they wanted me to go to Russellville, Kentucky, to pick up Skylar. And I didn't even respond to it. I blocked it.
Wow. Tina, the last I heard, I think what he owes in child support, what is that, 89,000?
Almost 90.
Okay, so why has child support not gone after him all these years? Or have they tried?
Because he filed for disability. First it was
Uh,
his knees, but he'd be riding around his bicycle in Springfield. Knees fine, ain't nothing wrong with them.
exactly.
Um,
You
Now
have some
it's his
questions.
arms. He said that he's losing muscles in his arms, and I'm like, okay, but you can pick up your daughter, and
Right?
you can hold a camera up for 30 minutes or more. And now y'all are moving all of y'all stuff out of a storage unit into another storage unit. Now, if I
Right.
was losing muscles in my arms, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Uh, I'm glad that you brought up the fact that he's had 2 jobs where literally he was let go after a month because he has this new thing now where every Wednesday he's starting a new job. And when Wednesday rolls around, he's starting a new job next Wednesday.
No, no,
And he even
he don't
sat
work.
there.
He
No,
don't
we
work.
didn't think so. He's always talking about, oh no, them damn trolls. They say I don't have a job. I try to get a job, but them trolls then call every place in town, and I can't get hired. Like nobody's calling places in town saying don't hire him.
Oh, I even caught when they had the thing with Kick. They lied and said that Kick told everyone to call the Waffle House in Springfield, Tennessee, and get her to get her fired. And so I went up there because they said that she had gotten fired. And so I acted like I knew her and I was like, "Hey, where's Sam been?" And they was like, "Oh, she took off a week because the mother-in-law was sick and she had to help take care of her, but she's not fired."
Wow.
Yeah, I recorded it and I sent it to judge and executioner at the
Uh huh.
time where we was trying to stop people from giving them money.
Right.
You
So
have some
I,
yeah.
questions in chat.
do I?
Yes.
Oh, where are they? Did you star them? Oh, thank you. You starred them? Or no, these are all super chats. Oh, look,
No,
all the super
people have
chats are
asked.
starred.
People have asked questions in chat for you.
Oh, crap.
Let me go.
Um,
Let's see.
There's Kick. Hey Kick. Kick donated $300 to my kids to help my kids when Jerry couldn't to get school clothes.
Let me go
oh,
back.
I love Kick. He has a great heart.
Yeah, he's awesome. We had set up we didn't judge and executioner had set up a Amazon account
Hmm.
and they done a wish list and they got a bunch of clothes and stuff, so that was very very much appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was going to say at the beginning of this, and I had to address something that totally came off the wall today, but anybody that can donate to my PayPal or Cash App tonight, I would give half of that to Karen for the boys. I have no
Oh,
problem doing that.
you don't have to do that. You don't have to
I
do that.
really don't mind. It's just sad. I was a single mom for 10 years, and if I'd seen my ex sitting on YouTube begging for hundreds of dollars every night and getting it, and then wondering, well, wait, what about your other children? It's just a sad situation. And I'm pretty sure everybody can hear my son right now because he's playing online Uno, and my subscribers know that he can sound violent during online Uno, so I apologize.
We found it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find some of these questions.
Erica said, "Thank you, Karen, for taking care of those boys. I am in a similar situation. God bless you."
Oh,
Oh,
thank you so much.
Ryan said, "Happy Mother's Day to you, Karen."
Thank you.
Whitford, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that other name. Itchy Balls, I think is what it's supposed to be. How much does he owe in child support?
Almost 90,000.
oh my God.
Cheshire Cat wanted to know whose car she was bent over because she didn't think they had a car.
They did have a car back then
Oops.
when that text was sent back last year in
Oh,
August.
okay. Um,
Oops. I'm trying to start this comment, and instead I keep hitting everybody else's comment. Indiana Frauditor Watchman, don't you know Jeremiah personally? And he also asks if you think Samantha and Jeremy are competent enough to properly raise Skylar.
If they sober up, yes.
Hmm. Yeah, but I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Beagle asked, why no child support has been ordered, but I think you already touched on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, child support's been ordered. When I left him, I mean, my kids are 14 and 16, and I left when my youngest one was 6 months old. So, when I left, I went and got child support established, and he wouldn't pay. And then he went and filed for disability, and they can't touch him. So, and he keeps on appealing it.
So he faked injuries so that he wouldn't have to pay child support, basically.
And if they deny you on child support, all you have to do is keep on appealing it, so you will have a
Hmm.
case. And as long as you
Right.
have a case, they won't do nothing. But he has gotten, what was it, last October, he had a job and they garnished it. I think 3 payments was $29 and one was 118. And that's all I got for that year.
So this is why he doesn't work.
Right.
That makes sense.
I mean, that I pulled up the other day. The whole entire time my kids have been born, I have gotten $11,170.
Wow. That barely covers their first year of life.
Yeah.
Only Fraud says that according to court records, his child support case was reopened this month on the 5th, as of this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what he just said.
Huh? How do they know?
How did you find that, Only Frauds? I don't know if disability will pay child support. I don't think they will
My kids would draw a check if he got a check.
for disability.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, so, okay, I'm
For,
confused. So he claims
yeah,
disabled, but he's not getting a disability check.
Correct. They haven't approved him yet. They keep on denying him.
Oh, so as long as he's appealing it, okay, that's why. And I wonder if they reopened the child support case because he was denied again.
I don't
That's
know. I
interesting.
mean, he's been going after the disability ever since I left him. So,
Holy crap. And that was how long ago?
um 15, 16 years ago.
So he's been appealing disability 15 to 16 years just to avoid paying child support.
Yes.
Holy crap. Wow. That is insane. Oh yeah, we do love looking at court papers. I was just trying to find out how she could look it up and see it herself as well. Yeah, they hate America and America's laws, but they have no problem leeching off the taxpayers, that's for sure. Yeah, they get food stamps. We buy their foods, yeah. Yeah, the whole disability thing also is to avoid working, and now we know why. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure he was too lazy to get an actual job anyways, but avoiding child support would be another reason, good enough reason for him not to work.
Spread Eagle said a court could go after the YouTube money, he
They
believes.
can't because he is considered a contractor. They don't take taxes out on it or anything.
Oh,
So,
I didn't know that.
Right, YouTube pretty
yeah.
much taking their 30 to 33% is kind of like taking taxes out, basically.
Oh.
Because I had called child support and told them that he made money off his YouTube channel, and they said, "Well, he's an independent contractor, and that they couldn't garnish that.
Nightman's wife asked if your state has deadbeat dad laws, and said,
Oh,
if so,
yeah.
you can swear out a warrant for his arrest.
That I have no clue
Let me
about
look
that.
that up. Deadbeat dad laws for Tennessee here. Let me see.
Keek said Tennessee does not have the deadbeat dad laws.
Yeah, I just pulled that up now. I mean, he could go if he outright refuses to pay. The problem is he's making it look like he's not outright refusing to pay by continuously appealing a disability claim. Hey, Purple
Right.
Dragon. I don't think that's the real Jeremiah. Calm down, everybody. Because there's a, oops, I was trying to pull it up. Can somebody check? I know there was somebody else that's going around making it look like it was him. Yeah, that's not the real Jeremiah. I thought that was the other guy.
I know
No,
on
it's not him.
disability, you're able to work. I don't remember if it's certain amount of hours, or by the income. You can only make so much if you're on disability. But you can work some while on disability
Right.
without it affecting.
Okay. Okay, only frauds. I've screenshot that. And oops, I
Yeah.
screen it, and I will send it to you, Karen. I'll send you the information so you can look it up. Because
Okay.
that would actually be really good for you to find out.
Yeah, because I called the child support and I'm like, is he still appealing this case? And they're like, we don't know. And I'm like, well, can't y'all get on the ball and figure out if he is or not?
Right.
Hillbilly says that disability will pay for child support.
Okay.
Um, he says, I know it will because it did for me. Even though I was paying child support, my ex wife took the money to pay for a new honeymoon.
Oh, wow.
So they did take it from him.
Well, I don't do that. I take care of my kids. All
Right.
my money goes to my kids.
Well, you
I'm the
sent me
last.
pictures of your boys, and they look very well taken care of.
I'm the last person that's taken care of. I'm the one walking around with holes in my clothes and
Right.
needing stuff myself. So
Yeah, and she has beautiful boys, and let me be the first to say, neither one of them look like Jeremiah,
sorry about that. But yeah, my kids,
thankfully.
Thank
they all.
goodness.
Yeah, you can tell they're good kids, which is another good reason, or another reason why it was a good thing they were not raised by Jeremiah at all. Uh, yeah, don't. My biggest concern now is Skylar. It it makes me mad
Mm-hmm.
the way they use her for money, and CPS does nothing.
Yeah,
And we have sent them clip
yeah,
after clip after clip, and it's like every time they go and see him, they lie. They have Uh, they've coached Skylar on what to say as well. I mean, the little girl had a cigarette burn in the bottom of her foot. She said it on live stream, and Jeremiah's like, "No, no, that's a bee sting," and then showed it really fast so that you couldn't really see it, but you could still see it, and that was a cigarette burn.
Yeah, I don't get why he lied about that because technically that wouldn't be a CPS issue. I mean,
I know,
it'd be
but when
considered
you
an
lie about
accident.
it,
But when you
it
lie about it, it makes you look really, really guilty.
correct,
That's why I don't understand why he lied about it.
right? Okay. Are there any other questions, guys? Was there anything else that you wanted to let everybody know?
Um, um, I mean, do y'all want to know more about his past or?
Whatever you want to say.
Let me know in the
Sorry,
chat if you
Reaper.
want to know more about his past. They slowed down the chat, so that's why I have to wait a minute. There are so many
Milkman
people.
John said, "Keep at it, Karen. Keep calling these people."
Okay. When I was with him, um, he would doctor shop to get the pills. Um, he would get his pills, and then him, his brother, and his mother would go to Kentucky and get the pills from up there too. Um, let's see. Oh, I let him when we had actually moved in together. Maybe it was 5 months. Um, I let him watch his son. Um, because I figured that's the least he could do is watch his child while I go to work. Um, I had, um, I was pregnant, so I had two other sons at the time, and he would take them to school and he would pick them up. Well, I would call him on my breaks. 9 o'clock, I called, and he's just acting like he's getting up, and I'm like, "Wait, what? Why are you just waking up?" I'm like, "You should have been up by now, had that baby's diaper changed and fed." And he's like, "Oh, well, the baby slept in." And I was like, "Well, get up now and get him, a clean diaper on, get him fed." Well, my lunch break, I call, nothing, get nothing, can't get him to pick up. So I started getting worried. 3 o'clock, my break comes. And I'm like, calling, nothing. So I call his mom. Is Jerry over there? Have you heard from him? No, I haven't. Well, when school lets out, I get a phone call. Your kids haven't been picked up. I started panicking because I knew exactly what had happened. I pick up my kids. I rush home. I open up the door. He is passed out with drool all over his shirt. My child, when I walk up to him, had something in his mouth. It was about this size. I don't know if y'all can see this size plastic in his mouth that had a staple in it.
Mm.
So if I wouldn't have got there when I did, when I got off of work, I would have had a dead son. There was diapers strode all over the place. There was wipes strode all over the place where he had basically been watching himself all day. So um, I talked to his mother again, and his mother said that she had gotten worried and she had sent the nephew up there um, to the apartment, and he knocked on the door. He could hear the baby, but Jerry wouldn't come to the door. And I'm like, why didn't y'all call and tell me this? My kid's been watching himself all day long, and they just didn't think it was a big deal. Yeah. So he no longer was allowed to watch his own son. I took him to my aunt, and she watched him from then on out. Let's see. Oh, the
Wrangler.
prostitute.
Go ahead. I'm
Um,
sorry.
when after I'd had his son, the last son, his mother had moved in with us to help me. Um, we were sitting outside, and she was like, "I have something to tell you," and I'm like, "What is it?" And she said, "You remember the car incident?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I said, "I thought that story didn't add up because they had a dog that barked all the time, and Jerry's car was stolen." She said, "Karen, he had got a prostitute that night, and he had his keys and money in his wallet, and he passed out. I don't know, from drinking or from being on drugs or what, but the prostitute took his wallet, took his keys, and took his car. And he woke up and he called me and told me that his car wasn't there. And I was like, well, what about the dog? The dog didn't wake y'all up? Like, something's like just don't add up here. And then all of a sudden, they found his car at this car wash. And he said yesterday that they had found it because he had GPS on his car or something, or satellite. He said he had satellite on his car. He did not have satellite on his car. That car was so damn old, they didn't even make satellite for cars like that. So yeah, I was like, great. Like, you could have told me this the day this happened. I could have been walking around with AIDS or and not even know it. Like, you wait this long to tell me about this. So yeah, let's see. He overdosed twice. Um, threatened when I was pregnant. He threatened to throw me out of a two-story building because we had gotten to an argument. Um, let's see, because I wrote some of this stuff down.
Somebody had
Oh,
asked in chat if he's ever held a real job.
when he was with me, no, but when we first got together, for some reason he had a stack of papers like this, and they were all pay stubs that he told me where he worked at. So I didn't see the money. Um, he was always home. When we were dating or whatever. Um, I would always have to pay for everything, and then his parents would always beg me to buy stuff from them, buy food and cigarettes and stuff for them. Um, so I know when we was dating, no, he did not, and he only had, like I said, those two jobs that didn't even last a month because he lied and said that his mother was sick. Let's see. Oh, and my cousin, um, he just left like an hour ago. He reminded me. This was when Jerry lived in Springfield. They still lived on Hillcrest, and he, like I said, was always on a bicycle. Well, my cousin owned a lawn care business, so he had equipment, laying out around his trucks. Well, Jerry had come by on a bicycle, grabbed a leaf blower. But what he didn't know, in between the two vehicles, one of his employees saw it. And so when Jerry come by, he yanked the blower and Jerry off of the bicycle and asked him what the F what was he doing. And he was like, oh, I didn't know this was yours. And yeah. So
I think Reaper's
I
having audio trouble.
also he stole my cousin got shot and killed when he was 17 years old. Um when I was going through my divorce, I had moved out um with my aunt. I lived in a basement. There was cabinets, and you could see a gun as you walked down it. And there was only my aunt, my uncle, and me that knew about it. And I thought, well, I better tell Jerry, because if my kids see it, and if they go climbing up on the cabinets, he can tell them, get down. Um, so the
Hang on
gun
one
comes.
second. Reaper is having audio trouble. She's trying to fix her audio, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Ugh. Sorry, I interrupted you like that.
I said, you want me to continue?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, the gun is missing, and we automatically knew that Jerry had stole it. Well, he blamed it on his nephew that had spent the night, and called the parents of the nephew and asked them, have they seen a gun or whatever, and they said no. And I cried because that was my cousin and my aunt. I'm really close to my aunt. I'm like, I can't believe he done this. Like, I didn't know he was this kind of person. um he gave it back. He gave the gun back Christmas Day to my aunt, and his mother told me that he did steal it, and that he hid it in their kitchen on top of their cabinets.
Oh wow.
So he's a big time thief.
Did they press charges when he gave it back?
No.
No. Somebody asked, why did you even get with him or stay with him as long as you did?
Um, because I did not want to leave my kids with him alone. Um, I was fearful that when I left that he would seek custody, and I would have to leave my kids alone with him. So that's why I stayed with him as long as I did. And then it dawned on me one day, hell, I'm the one taking care of everyone, and he's not going to get a job. And he had stole my rent money, so I had to move back home. And when I finally got out of that abusive environment, um I realized that it wasn't worth going through, putting my kids, myself, living
Hmm.
like that, um and that he would never get a job and support him or take me to court. So, um that was a blessing right there for me, to get my eyes awoke and
Right.
see what was going on. And I mean, I would be a ball of nerves all day long around him.
Wow.
When you're in an abusive situation, you don't realize how much you're being brainwashed and conforming to them and their ways. And um you're in survival mode. So, like I said, when I got out of it and wasn't around him, that's when I completely just cut it off.
Right.
Someone asked, let me find it.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
If his mother has any relationship with the grandkids.
Only Skylar. His none of the. He's got a brother named John. Um, he has three kids. They have no association because she always needs something. Um, and those kids, two of the kids have had kids, so she's got other grandkids. And they don't go over to see her because, like I said, all it's she wants something. She uses people like he does.
Right. I've got two questions here. One is, What attracted you to him in the beginning?
He was a funny, laid back guy. Like he had this disguise on. Didn't seem abusive or narcissist or anything like that. And it was like that for a couple of months, and then bam,
True colors
it
came
just
out.
yeah, it just came out.
He
And
got comfortable.
I was pregnant by then. So
Hmm. Yeah, that seems about right. Like he got comfortable with you, so his real personality started to come out.
right.
And
And
then there's another one. Uh huh.
what I first remember was he would always think people was staring at him, and they wouldn't be staring at him. They're just, walking by, and he would ask them, "What the fuck are you staring at?" And I'm looking at him like, "What? Like you're crazy. They don't, they don't want nothing to do with you. They just walking by."
Wow. Paranoid. Very paranoid.
Yeah.
And here's another one. Do you know if him and Samantha fist fight? Skylar hitting him makes me think they fight in front of her.
We had yes. It happens. I know of one incident. This was before she was pregnant. He was drunk and shoved her out in front of traffic. She told me
Oh
this
my God.
herself.
Wow.
She told me that out of her own mouth. So I know if he does that, then I know that they probably fist fight.
Oh wow. Yeah, he seems like, in my opinion, the abusive type towards his wife.
Oh, he'll talk down. He'll try to mess with her head like he did me. Like
Mhm.
he's a narcissist.
Right. Java Man. I know that was already brought up. Jeremiah claims to have skipped 7th and 10th grade and graduated high school 2 years early. He didn't graduate 2 years early. They booted him. They let him go ahead because they didn't want a 20-year-old still in high school. So, yeah, it had nothing to do with intelligence or anything like that. Like
No,
he wants everybody to think.
no.
I mean, and he has said this a couple of times. I'm so much more intelligent than pros. They skipped me in 2 grades and let me graduate early.
Because they didn't want no 20-year-old walking in line.
I know there's a certain cutoff age in most high schools. If you hit that age, that's it. Oh, you're fine, Java
Right.
Man. Do they restrain? Yeah, that's actually a good question, Cynthia Merritt, because He claims that they have never been sexual in front of Skylar, that they always do it in the bathroom. I don't know if you would know that if they are like that in front of her, but I wouldn't
I
doubt
don't
it.
know,
That's just my
but
opinion.
it wouldn't surprise me if. I mean, the kid sleeps in the bed with them. Come on now.
Yeah, you would think they're paying 500, or they say they're paying 500 a week for a motel room, that they would get 2 double beds so Skylar could have her own,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
even at 5 years old. I'm looking for more questions. Uh, yeah, they do. Like Milkman John, that's actually a good observation. They both have bruises all the time. He'll blame it on some troll beating him up at the Springfield Motel. Oh yeah, somebody else had a comment that I missed earlier, asking if you'd ever seen him fight another man or whatever, because I guess he claims that he can beat up anybody. And
Yeah, my brother's beat his ass. He cannot fight. One
there
of
you go,
them,
guys.
one of them kicked his ass twice. That man cannot fight.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Most people that brag about being able to fight, like Chili, usually are the ones who get their ass kicked all the time.
And my twin brother, the one that he kicked his ass once, is smaller than him. So
I'm popping.
Yeah, you're crackling a little.
Sorry. Right, hold on. I don't know if that'll help anything. If not, I'll go out and come back in. Purple Dragon, that's a really good comment. Most men that hit women can't fight. I know my ex-husband couldn't win a fight to win his life, but unless it was me. Correct, Danny D. She's never seen him whoop somebody's ass, but she has seen him get his ass whooped. Okay, I'll go out and come back in. Be right back.
Uh, Hang on one second. Wrangler had a question, but I lost it.
what does it
Wrangler,
mean
ask
when
your question again. I'm sorry, to what?
what does it mean when you have 6 chats showing up?
I'm not sure.
I'm on an iPhone, so I'm new to
Oh,
this stuff
I don't know. I have an Android. I don't know anything about an iPhone.
because it says chat and then it has 6 of them. So I don't know if people are trying to message me or I don't know.
Oh, I'm not sure. Um, is it here on the StreamYard?
I can't see the StreamYard.
Okay. I'm not sure. Um, Wrangler had a question, but I lost it, and I'm just waiting for him to ask it again. Um, Bobby Williams asked, when did Jeremiah start filming everything?
Oh, that I don't know. I have no clue.
Um,
He didn't when we was together. So
oh, okay. Wrangler, was your question the one about how old he was when he caught a first charge or something? Chat's and moved so much I can't pull it up now. Greg asked, "What did you see in Jeremiah for you to even get with him in the first place?"
Well, I kind of knew him in school. Um, we started just chatting off of MySpace. Uh, got along real good then. Um, and then we met up in person, and I mean, we hit it off. He seemed perfectly fine. Um, seemed like a good guy. Um, and like I said, after a couple of months, that mask falls off, and you get that real person.
Mm. I guess she's having a lot of trouble with her mic. Let's see. There she is. Yep, and there she goes.
He had also told me that he could not have kids.
Oh, really? And now he's
Yeah,
got three.
I believed him because he was like 20. I'm guessing 26 years old and had no kids. He told me that the doctor said that he could not have kids, and so that's why I didn't use protection. And then I'm like, yeah, you can.
Okay. That's what I did, Kelly. Um, is it sound any better or am I still popping? I think it's my
No,
earbuds, honestly.
no, you sound better.
Okay. Yeah, my earbuds. I don't know what's going on. I use them even to, make phone calls and receive phone calls. And I know my mom was saying earlier that it sounded weird. So eventually I will get a new pair of headset. Okay.
Let's see if there's any more.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, I agree with Bobby Williams. We're all glad that you got away from him and you
Oh
got your
yeah,
boys away from him as well.
Only
me
Frost
too.
asked, um, did Jeremiah always go to the defensive when confronted by a lie?
Oh yes, oh yes.
He doesn't like being called out on his shit.
No, does not.
Dino said, I am so glad you were able to get yourself out of that bad situation to save you and your children.
Me too.
Hmm.
It
Thanks, Ryan.
I don't get. I guess we was together 2.5 years. Um, I don't know. I was pregnant with him twice, and I think we was together 2 months, and then I got pregnant. So I don't know, 2.5 years. Um, so that was enough.
Hmm.
He he didn't physically abuse me.
Good.
Because I would fight back, but it was more of the narcissistic, controlling, emotional, verbal, mentally abusive,
Right.
uh, uh, a lot. a lot of that.
He can
One
ask.
person.
I'm sorry.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, you're probably ahead of me. I'm way down here at the bottom.
Oh, okay. I'm going from the top down.
There you go.
Keith asked, "How tall is Jeremiah?"
Do you know how tall Jeremiah is?
Like 5'6".
So yeah, he's not that tall then. Um, oops, I lost it.
Let's see.
Mm. Oh yeah, there was one that. Uh, does his family have anything to do with him? Like
Five
anyone?
six.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yes, we can, or I
Okay.
can.
Does Jeremiah's family have anything to do with him? I don't know if Karen can
Only his
hear me.
mother.
Oh, there we go.
That's it.
Okay.
On.
Really?
Um. But no, his brother John, and he had a brother Scott. Scotty. He passed away. Neither one of them would have anything to do with him. We would go over there maybe a couple of times, and it was like they was on edge because they was afraid that they were going to get stolen from.
Mm. Um, Uncle Artie's Bar and Grill. Thank you for the $5 super chat. He has a question for you, Karen. What is the one thing we can call him that would set him off? Jerry, Metha, and Sam Squanch need to go to prison. Free Skylar.
Oh Lord, I don't know.
I know he
uh,
hates Jerry.
yeah, he tries to tell everybody that um his name is Jeremiah, and I never called him Jerry. And I'm like, I called you Jerry from day one. Even your family calls you Jerry. What are you talking about? So yeah,
Oh,
that
wow.
that pisses him off when you call him Jerry for some reason now. Um,
Huh.
even his kids call him Jerry. So that I don't know. Um, what I don't know. He's claimed to be a music producer too, y'all.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
A music producer? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
Well,
can't think. He had a Facebook
oh my
page.
God.
I can't remember. I can't remember. It's I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, he would tell people he would produce music. But what it really was, his brother had a lot of that equipment, and he would write songs and play the guitar and stuff. So he would take the credit
Ah.
for what his brother was doing.
So he was trying to live vicariously through his brother because
Yes,
his brother was better than him, obviously.
yes.
Oh,
His brother
wow.
is nothing. His brother is nothing like him. Takes care of his family, works every day. Good people. Good people. Um, I just don't know what happened to Jerry. He's like his mom.
Ah.
His mother. Here another story that happened. Um, when I let Jerry see one of the kids one time, I told him I would meet him at his mother's house. The mother is crying and telling me she is so scared that Jerry is going to get custody, and she is so afraid that Sam is going to treat my kids bad. And I'm
Oh,
thinking,
wow.
And I'm like, what? Like, why would she keep treat my kids bad? Like, what kind of person is she? Like, she was cool in school. Like, has she changed? Like, what's going on?
Mhm.
And she was like, Sam's friend got put in jail, and she had a daughter. Well, they was taking care of the daughter, and they said that that place was so nasty. There was trash all over the place. They just threw a mattress on the floor for the kid and stuff. And she said, I have pictures. I was like, oh, really? She's like, I want you to take pictures of these for evidence, just in
Mhm.
case he takes you to court.
Hmm.
And she tells
Oh
me
boy.
where it's at. And my kids are right there listening.
Think her
So
she's
Yeah,
cut
she's going
going
in
out.
and out.
I get it out and I said, well, where's the charger? And she said, it should be in there with it.
Mhm. Yeah, Karen, we're losing you right now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm taking pictures of it with my phone so I can have for evidence. And
Mhm.
the mother feels guilty and tells Jerry that I went and found the phone and took the damn pictures. And I was like, are you serious? I said, my kids heard this. My kids saw this, everything. I did not go into this cabinet. How would I know that there's a phone in there with pictures on it of how this child was living in the conditions with y'all?
Right.
So, I mean, his mother is just like him, makes up stories. And
Wow.
then, um, 3 years ago, she contacted me through Facebook, wanted to see the kids. And I said, look, the only way I'm going to do that is if I come and pick you up and we can go to a park. I said, because you are not about to accuse me of stealing something or taking something out of your house again, because I did not do that. And
Right.
she got so pissed off about it. She was like, well, I'm sick and this and that. And I said, well, I'm sorry, but it's not going to happen. You're not going to do that to me and lie on me again.
Mhm. Wow.
Reaper, you had a super chat. I found out a super
Um,
chat from Uncle Artie.
yeah, I know. I already read it off.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
If y'all have asked a question and I looked over it, please ask it again. And I'm not ignoring questions just for the heck of it. I may miss them.
Highest Priestess asked, "Was his dad abusive? Is he alive?"
I heard back in the day that his father was abusive. Um,
Mm,
his father is dead. His father was schizophrenic, where I think that's where Jerry gets his tendencies
yeah.
from. Um, but when I was around him, he was much older. The sweetest thing you could ever think of. Um,
Hmm.
if they didn't have any money, this man with a leg that he can't even bend would go get a push lawnmower and mow someone's lawn to get money to go get them something to eat. I mean, even if
Oh
it was,
wow.
I remember one time all they had money for was just beans to eat. And he was just a sweet. He couldn't wait to have for me to have the baby. Aiden, which would have been well, not their first grandson, but the first grandson that they would actually be able to be around. Um, and he would just hold him all the time. And when I was pregnant, I remember saying that I was craving fudge. My dad used to make this fudge, and I told him the recipe, and he was like, "Yeah, I know how to do that." And it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. He woke me up. He had come in the room and woke me up, and he was like, "Karen, I got a surprise for you." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "I made the fudge." And I was like, "No, you didn't." And he said, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh my God." I got up and I went in there and I ate that fudge.
Aw.
But yeah, he was a sweetheart.
Wow.
Milkman asked, "Was he a thief then?" Oats pills.
Who? Jerry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Was that the question you was telling me to answer? I mean, ask Jonathan.
Yeah, I think that was the question. If he ever stole pills from his parents.
Oh yeah.
Purple Dragon. We have covered this question. I will go ahead and answer it again though. He has held, at least while he was with Karen, he did not work, but she knows of 2 jobs he had and they lasted like a month.
Yeah, I got him them jobs.
Oh my god.
And he was making $15 an hour starting out, so they were good jobs.
Right.
And he would lie and say, "My mom's sick in the hospital. I gotta take care of her," and then he would get fired.
Mm.
Wow. Oh, I know Purple Dragon. He keeps saying that he has this tree trimming job or whatever, and he's making like a buttload of money an hour, but like there's never a paycheck.
No, because if there was, then child support would be garnishing it.
Mm-hmm.
And his brother does. His brother works for a tree service. Um,
Oh, there we go.
yeah,
Him living vicariously through his brother yet again.
yeah.
So
Now there
basically,
would
he
be,
takes the life of a brother and claims it's his.
yeah.
Hmm.
Now sometimes I mean, once in a blue moon, he would go and do a side job with them, and
Hmm.
get paid. But like I said, that was only once in a blue moon.
Wow.
Sweet Melissa said, "Reaper, this is a great stream, but I have to rewatch some of it. Dang it."
Oh, thank you, sweet Melissa. Yeah, it's always nice when we have a guest on who's not yelling over us and cussing at us and
For real.
threatening to kill people in the chat. That was last week.
And then denying it.
Yeah, he denied it completely out. So I do appreciate you being here, Karen. It was great having you on here.
Oh, well, thank you.
I just didn't want you to feel like uneasy or uncomfortable with any of the questions.
Oh no, I'm
It,
over that.
yeah,
I'm the
um,
more I've been out
High
away from
Priestess
it, the
asked,
more stable I'm with, you know,
right.
with everything, mentally,
Mhm.
having to correct everything, deprogram,
Right.
High Priestess asked, "What do you think the blowback from your time exposing him will be?"
Oh, he'll probably go up tonight and say stuff about me.
Of course, but we know it's a lie.
Yeah.
If he opens
He
his mouth, he's lying.
Oh, he says that he says he's paying child support now. I mean, I can prove now that he's not.
hmm
I can go on the child support page and send you for the past 6 months, and it's a zero balance. Uh, yeah, but he said that, and I'm like, no, you're not paying that. And he says that I go to hotel rooms and I screw me in. I'm like, no, can't do that.
right.
Who has the money for that? Like, I'm
Uh,
raising your kids.
exactly.
he, he
Exposure overload. He does.
I'm just this biggest whore, and he says that he can go to my hometown and go to anyone and ask them about Karen Strassner, and y'all will see what kind of woman she is. And I'm like, go ahead. I don't mess with nobody. I don't have any friends. I don't have any girlfriends. I go to work.
Right.
I come home. I take care of my kids. Like,
Right. That's the key thing there. You took care of your guys' kids. He never contributed.
right. Oh, and I'm an alcoholic. Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, if he, of course, he's got to lie about you because he doesn't want his followers to know the truth about him. So he's going to paint you in this horrible light so that they won't believe what you have to say. And we are trying desperately to get these people to open up their eyes and wake up and stop sending him money.
Right.
I don't know if YouTube would garnish his paycheck for
No,
child support. I don't think that they would do that.
they won't.
I yell a
Delete.
lot. Said, we are here for you and your boys. Don't forget that we have your back 100%.
Oh,
hmm
thank you so much.
Delete funds asked, is Jerry a racist?
Yes.
I was going to answer that, but I was like, well, no, let me let her answer that. Because I was
Yes.
going to say, yeah.
Because the next man that I had gotten with after I broke up with him was a black man, and he constantly called him the N
The
word.
N word.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And my ex, well, my boyfriend at the time would go after him. He was an ex NFL player. He's 6'1", 250 pounds, and Jerry would take off running.
I would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Can you ask Karen a question for me, please? Exposure overload. Absolutely. Go ahead and ask it. I'm going to end this in like 10 minutes. So if you still have some questions, go ahead and get them in.
Did you see Only Frauds comment?
Yeah, filing date July 27th, 2009. Make a payment case, judge, child support magistrate. Last pay date December 1st, 2017. Status reopened. Next hearing status date May 5th, 2023. So they had a hearing status on the 5th.
Oh wow.
And somebody
Yeah, and
asked if
I'll
he
send
has
you
a
that information.
someone asked if he has a brother named John.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Good
the
guy.
one he lives vicariously through.
He's an awesome guy. Him and his wife. They're
hmm
they're good people.
Aunt B, no. The answer to that is no. I can tell you for a fact that Jonathan Cully is not her son.
No. Oh,
Ryan the Gamer at 395 says, Karen, you have a great friend here. Welcome.
thank you.
Yeah, you're always welcome here anytime.
And Erica says she was glad that you came up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're welcome.
Artie needs to get off this hold. bar tabs. Nobody's paying their bar tabs. Your strippers are fat, hairy men. Nobody wants to look at them, and your alcohol sucks. So, yeah, I'm not paying it. Wait, exposure overlord. Do you know John? DB Cooper asked, "Do you have a man now? Are we playing the dating game? This would
I,
be fun."
I don't have a man now, but I
Mhm.
haven't been on a date in. It's been so long I can't remember.
Jeff, you are not one of Artie's strippers. Stop it.
I can see that though.
What, Jeff being one of his strippers?
Yeah.
Oh my God, poor Jeff.
I would love to go out on a date.
Aw, there you go, DB Cooper. Are you interested?
I have
Oh,
been.
over
My
our
kids
ex.
leave
Uh
me on the weekends. You know how kids do when they get the teenage years. They
huh.
go over to their friend's house and stuff. And so I'm like, I cried last weekend. I'm like, y'all are leaving me. I'm like,
Aw.
like I'm like, these are my last two, and I got 3 years left, and y'all are saying y'all gonna move when you're 18, and I'm like, I don't want. What am I gonna do with myself? I'm gonna be all by myself. I'm all by myself now on the weekends, and I'm like,
I know,
it,
right?
it's like dawning on me that in 3 years, Karen, this is how it's gonna be every day.
Aw. Give me a poll. No, we're not giving people polls. Oh my God. I do have the best chat, the best subscribers, though. I love these people. There
No,
was a
DB.
question. Oh, yeah. Exposure overload says he does know John.
Then he should know he's a good guy.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. He was just making 100% sure that that was his brother.
Yeah.
Wrangler, do you want to ask your question again?
Wrangler had a question?
Yeah. And I missed it.
Yeah, if I missed questions, I apologize, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not intentionally missing
No.
questions. So if I have missed some, I apologize. Just ask them again.
Burning Bridges has offered you to come out and hang out in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh wow. I need a ticket.
Exactly.
All expense paid trip.
What, Artie? Friday Reaper's just pissed that she slipped and fell off the bar the other night, so she is defaming my bar. Well, if you cleaned it, I wouldn't fall. Clean the bar.
He said Chili is going to see you for him.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Well, at least we know I'll win. No, we are not setting her up with Chili. That's just like setting her up with Jeremiah all over again.
Oh yeah, I done
Only worse.
that sucker. No, no, no.
Yeah, DB Cooper, he says he's stable, smart, and decent looking for his age. How old are you?
Wrangler asked, how old was Jerry when he was first arrested, and what was the charge?
Ooh, good one.
I wouldn't have no clue. I know when I went in front of the judge, when he abused my first son, um, the judge was mad at me. He was like, this guy has a rap sheet, and like pulled it up, and like it was very long, and he
Oh
said
wow.
these are like a lot of assaults and stuff from where he would beat on his dad. Um,
Mm.
I don't know what else was in there. But he, well, I know when he was in elementary school, they broke into the elementary school, and and there was like the library had like a overlay on the top
Mhm.
next to the roof, and they had made paper mache animals and stuff like that. Um, him and his brothers broke into there and destroyed all of it.
Wow.
All of it. Um, but he was constantly in trouble as a kid.
Mm.
Java Man
Oh,
asked, "What does Jeremiah's children think of him? What do the boys think of him?"
They have no respect for him. They don't want nothing to do with him. And they actually didn't want me to do this live. They was like, "Mom, just let it go. He's not worth it." But I said, "No,
oh,
I want to expose him for what he's doing."
yeah.
And
Mm.
he has said things about y'all that I'm not gonna say. And
Yeah, we don't care.
and
We're not thin-skinned like Jeremiah is.
right. And I'm like, I will expose him any way I can. You want to talk crap about my kids, then you better get ready.
Mhm. Well, tell your boys that we took care of you up here. I would have never asked you to do or say anything that made you uncomfortable,
Oh yeah,
uh,
I'm
or
I'm
anything like that.
I'm an open book.
Um, Sharon said, "Karen, I'm glad you and your boys got away from him. Keep doing
Mhm.
what you're doing, love." With that said, good night, all you beautiful and awesome people.
Thank you.
Good
Good night.
night. Uh, Artie, thank you for the $5 super chat. Play this for her. She will laugh. Good morning, Meth. Oh my God.
DB Cooper said, "Karen, I'm stable, smart, and decent looking for my age."
Oh yeah, he's 57 and
I think
retired.
it's true.
Me, you're crackling.
I'm crackling.
Yeah, and I guess Dickbag said that DB Cooper is just here to start trouble. I don't
Um,
think I've ever seen DB Cooper, so there's a lot of
I'm gonna
people in
go
here
out
that
and I
I
come right
haven't
back in.
seen. Okie
I'm gonna
dokie.
go out and come back in. It may be the storm.
Oh yeah, you're getting hit pretty hard right now.
I'm just going out and come back in. See if that helps.
Okay, all right. Yogi says he's 59 and an old broken down car. Well, you're never gonna find a woman that way.
I'm 42 and I feel that way. I got I have a pinched nerve in my lower back, a bulging disc,
Oh
and
wow.
scoliosis. So yeah.
I feel you. I've got rods and screws in my spine. I'm 47 and I feel like I'm 90.
Oh, I can imagine. That's what I'm afraid. I'm like, they're telling me physical therapy. I'll do physical
Mhm.
therapy, but I don't want no shots in my back, and I do not want to have
Right.
surgery. I've heard awful stories about
Don't.
people having surgery on their back, and they actually got worse.
I'm
So,
worse. I am way worse now than I was before the surgery.
I'm so sorry for that.
It sucks. I mean, it did keep me out of a wheelchair, but I have more pain. More
Mm,
parts of my body go numb. I'm in constant 7, 8 level pain. It's crazy.
I have more
I,
pain.
good.
oh my. I'm sorry, sweet Melissa.
Milkman asked, "Has your son been in chat lately, or was
No,
it a troll?"
I'm jumping on that one
No,
right now. That was somebody, it was a subscriber. I asked them to stop going on as her son. They were only doing it to try and get a reaction out of Jeremiah. And I have since asked for that to stop. We don't need to be using our children's names to piss off their fathers. That was wrong. But that has been dealt with. Anyways, okay, so I am going to be closing this in 5 minutes. Already, yeah, post the link again and we'll have me play it really quick. Is it long? I told Hubs I would be off by 9:50. $49 is the new $29. Absolutely. Oh yeah. Why did they give Jerry $450 today? Why was he begging for it? Like, what was the new reason?
The hotel room and to go on the U-Haul.
Oh my, wait, but if they're sleeping in the U-Haul, why do they need to pay the hotel?
Money for something else.
Mm-hmm. I would say so.
Hey, Milkman, Reaper just commented on that question.
Yeah, I just commented on that. That was not her son.
Wrangler said, it's Uncle Artie. Of course it's going to be long.
Oh my God. Wow.
Have we missed anyone's questions?
I don't think so. So we're going to go ahead and play this video and then close the live. I love that everybody was here. I hope everybody got what they needed answered. If you didn't, I apologize. Again, if you want to donate, my PayPal and Cash App are going across the screen. Everything helps. And then we're going to close after this weird video from Artie.
Hang on, I'm looking for the
Because
link.
everything he makes us show is weird, but we love him.
Did he repost the link?
Lumpy Louise said, best of luck to Karen and your boys.
Thank you.
Oh, it was for I guess they owed money to the hotel that they already stayed but didn't pay. Oh, okay.
I'm looking for the link.
He threw it up there.
Here it is. I found it.
Yeah, I'm A. He's almost 90,000 behind in child support. Thank you, Silver Witch, and happy Mother's Day to you if you are a mommy.
Okay, it's up.
Oh, okay. I will, Only Frogs. Thank you.
Welcome back to Good Morning Meth with your host, Jerry Method. Take it away,
Oh my
Method.
God.
I had a job and everything was going great. Y'all, I wasn't on here asking for money. But what do the trolls do and keeping a criminal and fraud of the wrangler and fraud of the tro? What do? They got motherfuckers to start following me and Samantha. Even down to last night, they said something else that we were doing at that specific moment. And the only way they could know that is if they had been there watching us. They literally have motherfuckers following us, guys.
You serious?
Artie, I love you.
Put in the Uncle Artie or we watching.
These motherfuckers
God,
are
Artie.
psychopaths.
Oh, Uncle Artie.
Okay, that was funny.
That was awesome,
Thank you,
Artie.
Man.
Oh my God, Artie. He's a
Nightman's
nut.
wife. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying he's a nut job.
Okay. Nightman's wife said, Karen, best of luck to you and your kids. Keep calling child support and nagging them. Never stop fighting for your kids.
Thank
With
you.
2 hearts.
Mm-hmm. Well, all right, everybody. Thanks for coming again, Karen. Thank you so much for coming up.
Oh, you're welcome.
I really appreciate it. So with that, everybody, we're going to say good night. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll probably do another live. And yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the mommies. If you don't see me this weekend, happy Mother's Day, Karen.
You too.
Thank you. And we'll see you guys later, okay? Love
All right,
you.
Don't
bye.
forget to hit the like button.
Yeah, don't forget to hit that tickle my like button.
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 You said it wrong.
I did. I keep forgetting.
Good night. Good night, everyone. All right, Karen. It was nice meeting you.
You too.
Night.